Hello YouTube, I've just finished reading Hank Green's book An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, and it is probably one of the best books, if not the best book, I have read so far in 2018. There's a lot of ideas that I want to talk about from An Absolutely Remarkable Thing in this review, but I'm going to focus just on one idea that I've kind of been having for the past 2 or 3 years. It was never really fleshed out in my brain, but Hank's book has definitely helped me flesh it out, and Hank manages to say a lot more eloquently something that I've been thinking about than I would ever be able to say. I'm going to be talking about the book generally, so there should be no spoilers in this video, but I may give one or two accidentally, so if you haven't read the book, that's just a general warning. And the idea that I want to focus on is the idea of power. Power combined with fame and celebrity. Because that's something that is so big in our world today. One of the things that Hank goes into in An Absolutely Remarkable Thing, that the protagonist, April May, goes through is fame. Becoming famous and getting power. And what she does with that is basically the narrative of this book, more or less. But as she gets that power, she quickly learns that people see celebrities usually in one or two ways: as an idolization of someone, an ideal of humanity, or the complete opposite, the non-ideal of humanity. Someone who is horrible, or that we have the power to tear down. And we don't think we have that. We might not think that a hateful comment or a hateful tweet or something even on social media could hurt someone in that position of power, but we dehumanize them and we do it anyway. And that's what happens to April May as she keeps on making mistakes, as she keeps on falling into the orbit of her own fame. More and more people dehumanize her, or they idealize her just for being human. When reading this book, I found April May quite an unlikable character, and I couldn't really figure out why until the end of the book. She's unlikable because she's human. Human in a way that you don't usually see in fantasy or sci-fi. Human as in complicated, as in it has both good aspects and bad aspects, as in makes mistakes, as in makes horrible decisions that impact herself and her friends, hurts people, loves people. And that's confronting, because that is what we don't want to confront in ourselves. And this is the idea that I've been trying to get to, and I thank Hank so much for helping me be able to express it. When we look at celebrities, if we idealize them, we're idealizing who we want to be. We look at them and see, oh, that person's great at art, or that person's a great actor, and we try to inspire ourselves and be like them, because we don't like who we are. Or we dehumanize them. We tear them down. We look at each of their mistakes, say, no, they should be pure. They should be perfect. Why did they do this? Why were they so horrible to this person? Why did they mess this up or screw this up? Because that's something we see messed up in ourselves. And we don't want to look at it in ourselves. No, we're fine. That person's wrong. And that's something that Hank very clearly showcases in this book. As April keeps on making mistakes, some people idealize her for them, think she's making the right decisions, and other people tear her down, not because of what she's done, but because of the fear in themselves. We attack celebrities, we love and adore celebrities in power, because to us, they're no longer human. It's so dangerous because they are. You see celebrities commit suicide, act out, do drugs, do cocaine, do so many other things to try and escape what we've caused them to be. Does this excuse their behavior? No, especially if it's hurting other people. I'm more talking about self-destructive behavior here, where you can't comprehend millions, sometimes even billions of people either love or hate you. It's so hard for us who are normal people to think of celebrities or people with fame as people, but that is what Hank so clearly showcases in this book. I think he's trying to do many things, and I think he achieves most of them, if not all of them. I think one of the most powerful ideas in this book, at least for me, is that every single person is human. I'm not saying that's good or that's bad. I'm not saying whether people are evil, whether they're inherently good. I'm not trying to justify anybody's actions or anything. I'm just saying that every single person is human. When you understand that, when you try and see how complicated every person can be, it leads to more nuanced conversations. Does that mean there are still evil people? Yes. Does that mean still evil and horrible things happen? Yes. Once you understand people are humans, they have the same fears, the same wants and needs as me, as you, then we can start having nuanced conversations. At least with each other. One of the important things to remember is that the audience has the power. You may think you're one voice, but I've had one person in my life sometimes give me a hug when I needed it, or tweeted me something on Twitter when I needed it. I've had one person maybe say something hateful to me, maybe try and tear me down, maybe combat something I've said or done. Yeah, I'm not a big YouTube star, probably only 100 people are going to watch this video. I'm not a big celebrity or anything, but the principle is still the same. If you haven't read Hank's book, I would encourage you to go out, buy it, read it. If you can't buy it, borrow it from a library. Listen to the audiobook. I have a friend who's listened to the audiobook. Apparently it's very well read, but I think the ideas in An Absolutely Remarkable Thing are extremely important for this day and age. I also cannot wait until the sequel comes out, so please hurry up with that, Hank. Regardless, I hope you have an awesome week. You may or may not see me next week. And don't forget, we're all human.